Mm. Hello, everybody. This is Living with the Darkness, the rage, not a rage across New York, but the changing and dreaming, the new hope. Our scene today is at it's about the raid. The rumors have been going on around the city, and those who doesn't bury themselves in their homes knew about this. Um, there are. It starts in the Gagamela, the stronghold of Baron Alexander. It's the second stronghold. The Usually it's like garrisoned by like 5 Kitane all the time. This today, this there's like a bunch of people inside of this garrison. Um, it's full, and like outside of it, towards the trods, everybody sees like the changelings wearing their armors. They're like wearing their the stuff that they want to like they're gonna carry. Everyone is given water and like supplies. Changeling food. Probably from the local bakery of Boggins. It's given freely, and the Najee will see the queens, soldiers of the queens are like they're there are like the local soldiers like guards, and there are like voluntary individuals like you will see Donna for example. They're all wearing like this armor. Uh, it's freshly made for them. It's obvious that it's made freshly made because like you did not see this shit before. Um, it's like a chain armor, like a small chain armor, and there's like a red tunic on them. And this is not what I was talking about. This is extremely better armor than what I talk about. Basically, it's like a protection for at least the body and the hands,
Uh huh.
and
So it's a
like
it's a breastplate basically.
it's not plate, like it's a chain and there's a cloth on it,
Oh, okay.
and the cloth has the symbol of like the Baron Alexander, which is a red lion.
Actually, see, it says it is it's a yellow lion with a red flag.
Oh yeah, the red flag. Yeah, that one.
But yeah, Donna's wearing it too. And she has her crossbow across her back.
The What people like usually wears, as in like pardon, like has as a weapon. Um, it depends because the Queens is a poor region because they usually spend all their money on all their draws and protection. Um, they're so like you see some people wears 2 knives, some people wears like you know um a wooden shield and a short sword that looks very like old. The it is They are like voluntary, but you also can understand from the individuals like they are quite like not they're not like the first. It's not the first time Queens does this. That's not their first rodeo in the No-Kithain-Land. But at the same time, then you see the cavalry. Like there's 2 cavalry groups. Like they're riding like chimerical horses or whatever they want to ride. Um, the There are the group of nobility where their armors are like much better, except the queen's nobility, and they're also poor. Like you see Sir Averick, the dude that who talks shit about you all the time. Not all the time, but like he talked once.
Mm-hmm.
He is like he has the sheepplate, shield, and a sword, and he looks like his white horse. He looks pretty competent. And then you see a knight of queens. He looks, he has a female shield is not from metal. It is from a wooden shield and a sword that looks old. The differences is obvious among the baronies and among the individuals. Like you can see, there are barons, not barons. Sorry, there are people who came from the Order of the Flaming Falcon. House Ilunit sends like a couple people, but like they're very rare. You're among them. The the county sends some people, And then you, because you're right, Lunid, one of your bros, like one of the knights who was like around, kind of tells like these like new red armors are given by the countess, who's a Fiona.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a gift to the people of Queens. It seems he says it like like that, like gossip. Yeah, I know this shit. Oh, it's funny, but it's kind of not funny. Maybe his understanding of funny is different than most people. Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but what is Najee is doing in this grand debacle?
Mm, for one, like he's kind of like getting himself together, kind of suiting up, taking in all of the people here, all the Kithain, and just kind of like marking in his mind like the disparity between all the different baronies, like and what they're given and how they don't seem to be bothered by using like rather old like and cruddy armor and stuff like that. Um, he he just doesn't understand if people are putting so much into protection. Um, why don't they have protection for themselves? That they can wear and go out and use if they need to protect something. You know what I mean?
No,
But
I
he doesn't.
completely understand.
But maybe that's something for him to look into later or something. Maybe I mean it's the Queen's um barony, so he might not. But it's something that kind of almost like makes him feel a little troubled inside. It just doesn't make sense to him.
You kind of like when you like taught you hear like in the one of the fires, it's like made with pyretics. It's warm fire. It makes you like feel when you like if you get look at the fire, not close,
Hmm.
but like if you look at fire, you feel like more into what you're doing today. Like you kind of gain like confidence.
Hmm.
And there's a guy who tells a story about like how a commoner, a troll with like one hand, saved Baron Alexander in his first raid with a battle axe that he uses with one hand,
Hmm.
and he become like the Baron Alexander's like honor guard. And he says like the Baron Alexander offered him a lot of weapons to change that wood cutting axe that looks like a battle axe, and he refused all the time because it's from his father.
Hmm.
You're not a dumbass guy. You put two and two together. There's a lot of like people like who are like just fine with things, like the queen is like some people are just happy the way they are, and
Hmm.
the queens is like happy with the situation they are in. They're not extremely happy, but they're like fine. They might not have a shiny sword, but sword is a sword.
Hmm.
And some of the stuff you see, like they look old, and not at least like 25% of them is like family stuff that they keep.
Heirlooms. Okay.
Yeah, and the rest of them are just people are poor. And what is Donna is doing? Donna, Christy, we can't hear you.
Oh no, she disconnected.
I think she will come back. Welcome back.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. What is
Okay.
Donna is doing?
Um, well, just to note one small detail. Yeah, she's wearing that new, the armor that looks new, like
Mhm.
everyone else with the queen symbol on it. When given free armor, she is not an idiot. She will wear it. However, um, the short bow she has does look like it's had a lot of use. Because she has been involved in, various defensive actions here in Queens. It doesn't look old, but it does look, well used. And for her part, she is kind of mixing with the other people from Queens who she's probably been around before. not queens. Queens?
Queens, yes.
My brain just kind of froze for a second there. Okay. Yeah, she's mixing with the other people from Queens, kind of talking, kind of probably chatting in a super positive way with somebody, and then walking off, sort of whistling in between each one. Um, she has one tune she's kind of just keeps whistling, but only in between talking to people. See, it's the beginning of a bunk. She's not sure what's going to happen, but she's preparing something just in case. But yeah, she's kind of just going back and forth talking to people. And by that picture, I'm assuming her dad is there.
Yeah, like your dad is like wearing his armor.
She walks over to him and she's like, "Let me fix it." And she's like trying to adjust his armor for him.
My belly is too big. He like closes like closes his belts.
You could totally eat more. That would help.
Yes, I will. So, I heard my little pumpkin is going to join the raid.
I mean, I'm wearing my best dress for it. As she holds out her hands, to kind of show the armor.
She touches her shoulder. Just promise me you'll be careful and don't do anything crazy that Gregor doesn't say. Do.
Dad, I know how this works. I promise. I'm gonna follow orders.
Good. Okay. And he pulls his crossbow. It's a big one, like bigger than Donna's. And he is like holds and like he gets in shape. Like okay.
And she's gonna kind of lean up, she's gonna have to probably tug his arm down actually, because even as a boggin, she's still shorter than him.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll like lean up to sort of kiss his cheek, and she'll kind of whisper in his ear, "And don't you dare die on me."
Dying is bad. Don't worry, it's gonna be okay.
And she'll let go of his arm and step back, because you don't want to do this. Is not the place for an over crazy amount of emotion. She just wanted to say her thing and be done.
You come back, young lady. Come back.
I had no intention of that. I thought I'd live there. It's a lovely place, is what I hear.
Take the sandwich with you. This will help you.
Is this a video game? As she accepts the sandwich.
He looks like, yes. You can split in half and like share with your friends if need be. This will help you get healed.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. And she'll she'll tuck it into a pocket, because you know how she always has like 1,000 pockets.
Mm-hmm. Shoo. And then he actually like stationed in here with like 3 more commoners that he is going to lead. And the Nage.
Mm-hmm.
This guy kind of approaches to you. The other Violiners kind of left, and like they said like, "Oh, we got to go in here with the Mr. Averick and the Baron Alexander." And like this guy kind of comes near you. You kind of heard like about this guy. He is Gregor, the captain of the soldiers, and he is the dude like gonna be in the he's the chief, and you're the second in command.
Okay.
And he says like the you see the bird near on his shoulder, and he says, "Pretty boy." And
he just looks at it and just says, "You're damn right."
Cracker, shut up. Hello, Mr. Anifade.
He just says Gregor as he kind of like gives him like a small bow.
Nah, none of the bow shit is needed. It's so our tactics are very simple. We're gonna lead the infantry. Our forces are county guards, queen's guards, and the poor fucking infantry. Do you know who the poor fucking infantry is?
He kind of looks out. Why don't you tell me who you are referring to?
The poor fucking infantry is a joke made by Queen's people, and basically it's the people, the voluntary people.
Ah, okay. Well, they don't look poor to me. They look rather in high spirits and ready to fight. I would say they're rather rich.
They are pretty poor. They're pretty generous on how they want to help their county. Yes, the most of the other baronies are not like this, but this is Queens. This shit is different here. So, um, I think about going as like one group, and after some time where we go more and deeper, I think about splitting two groups. We have 100 changelings, 50-50 between you and me.
Okay.
And basically, you will support the Alexander or Averick. We will decide it. Put a. We will throw a coin because I don't want to fucking deal with that Gwydion boy.
All right. Yeah. I don't know if I really want to deal with them either, but we'll flip a coin. We'll see who wins.
So, other than that, is this your first experience?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Hopefully, we will get to have stories in the end.
I'm sure we will. We'll be fine.
Okay. And like, then you hear like the rich boys of the soldier group, like the nobles and the honor guard of Alexander is like yelling like, "We trust in you, Alexander! We have our faith in you, Alexander!" And then like the Baron Alexander with his like black horses near him, he is like he looks pretty like
Actual like Alexander.
yeah. See, he is the living legend of the Alexander the Great.
Fair enough.
That's like common knowledge. That's common knowledge.
Oh, okay.
And he like goes around and like his fape his like sheep plate has like very like scratches on it, but he has a short sword and like there's a shield on his back. He's like very like handsome, like appearance 5. Actually normal. She beautiful. Um, he has like weird helmet that like basically screams, "I am the leader of this group." um, and he like everybody's attention turns there. Like he is like um, he like holds his hands up. 1 second, guys. Someone knocked my door. You guys continue playing among each other, saying like you two meet. I'll just open the door and come back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently we're meeting.
Yeah. After talking to I guess Gregor, Najee is going to kind of like I guess walk over to Donna and he's gonna like look her over in her armor, um, and just offer her like again that same smile he saw like she saw that first night she met him. Like it just seems like infallible. It's always there. At least whenever he come across her. Maybe not her specifically, but like just he it's just like saying hello for him, like good to see you, um something like that. And he just says, "Wow, you look rather good in the armor. The red really suits you."
Well, I mean, I totally picked this color, but it's a nice gift. It had to be kind of cut down a bit for me as she sort of looks down at it, looks down at it, and it actually does fit her,
Mm-hmm.
which is hard because, short.
Well, it couldn't have been too bad. It's scale, right? I mean, looks at it closer.
My dad fixed it, but he's kind of used. I'm used to it. Nothing ever fits me right.
I can understand that. I usually have to get many things tailored myself. But I'm glad you're here. I know Queens is where you're from, correct?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't do that. I would never live here, even though I've lived here my whole life.
You have you done this plenty of times before?
Before it was usually more. I mean, I've done it so many times, but the thing is most of the time I stay back. I'm one of the people that's usually stays back to defend one of the freeholds. But I want to see what it's like in there. I think it'll help me in my research.
What are you researching? If I'm allowed to ask.
I'll tell you. No, I mean, asking me questions is completely the best way to get information from me, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Right. But make sure that you tell everybody you know about this. But no, I'm trying to figure out a way to resolve the situation. See if I can figure out what the problem is with the Kithain, not the Kithain, with the Chimera. I don't understand why they're doing this. There must be some reason behind it, other than let's just murder all of the Kithain for no reason.
And this is related to the influx of Chimera on the Trod that's been coming up.
It's not just the Trod; it's a whole area. If you go near the line on the edge of Queens, then you get attacked. And there's no talking, there's no questioning. And I'm researching, and I may have found a lead.
Interesting.
But I'm not sure yet. I'm learning a way to find the next step, hopefully soon.
Any nods? Well, I'm glad we have you here. And I certainly hope you find that information. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. It seems rather important.
There might be, because there's a good chance I'm going to go on a rather unplannable journey, since I'm going to need to find someone, and I don't know where I'll be going.
Well, if you need somebody to get lost with, I can certainly get lost with you.
Oh, we wouldn't get lost. I'm learning a new cantrip. One that will at least give us the right direction.
Oh, okay. Well, see, you've already one step ahead of everything, I guess. So, do you have any advice?
Advice?
Mm-hmm. You've been part of these situations before, even if it's been staying in the back.
Well, as a whole, I find that I'm better working from behind as compared to at the front. Let's just say that swords and I mean, even if I learned how to use one very well, I'd still have a problem. Just because I don't reach as far as some people.
I understand.
But I mean, like any other military thing, it's best if everybody follows orders, and that way there's no confusion. You have to trust your leaders.
And he just looks at her and he gives her a strong nod, and he just says, "I don't know if you heard, but Gregor said that we'll be most likely breaking up into 2 groups. I don't know if you'll be in my group or not, but
they might have something different for me to do. It's hard to say, but I mean, considering I am a little more capable in certain ways and not as capable in other ways, I'm kind of wondering if they might allow me to maybe scout or something. You know, bird.
Gotcha. Well, if you happen to be in my group, then we'll definitely work. We'll see about you having you do that. Because I think we'll be pretty much cleanup crew if I remember correctly.
I will go wherever I'm told. And hopefully I can stay near the back, because you probably don't want me at the front.
I would have you anywhere you're comfortable. That's where you would be the most effective.
Wow, best leader ever. I get to choose what I do.
And he just gives her a thumbs up and puts a hand on her shoulder like, I'm about to step away so we can get the scene moving. And he just says, yep.
We can stay there together, that's fine. if he wants to.
Oh, okay.
You guys can be together. It's completely okay.
Okay, yeah. Then
there is something I want to do really quickly, if you don't mind, before you really do something major. She's going to look around for Detlef. Can she see him around?
Detlef is actually, like, the Baron Alexander has like a group of people around him, all like readying their horses. You see Detlef is wearing like close to a black horse, but like it's not time to go near him.
No, she's not going to go. I just wonder if she could see him.
Yeah, you can see him. He is like around.
She's going to like try to catch his eye and wave to him. Even if, like Naji
he will nod back.
That's good enough.
He will nod back.
Good enough.
And like everyone like immediately like hush, people like start to hush each other. Donna knows this, but like the Najee might not. Before every battle, Alexander gives a speech to rouse people. And like he's known with his like great speeches. He's known with like the way that he roused like the crowd. And he like everyone like looks at Alexander, and then he says like, we all have fears, because no one has ever come this far solving this problem of No-Kithain-Land. The Queen's once known as the place of music and beauty, to return to those beautiful days, we will search the land. We will solve the problem of No-Kithain-Land and come back. Reunite with our loved ones, share our treasures and tales of this land, and enjoy our glory to the end of times. We are here today as changelings of new hope, as he like takes his sword out from his like where he keeps his sword. Some of you may not see tomorrow, but I say to you, conquer your fears. And I promise you, you will conquer death for new hope. He says this like, makes this crazy speech, which is better than what I just, how I did it.
I thought it was the best speech ever.
And like like the people just goes like insane. Everyone is like, yeah, we're with you, Alexander. Except like a couple individuals who are very used to this kind of shit. But like a lot of people are just very like aroused about it. Even Donna's dad is like, who is like the nicest guy ever. He's like pulls his like fucking crossbow to the air, like. And
I just like, imagine him shooting crossbolts into the ceiling or something like.
No, he can't, because he can't waste the ammo.
Oh.
He's given like 15 ammo and told like people take like hopefully you don't use a lot. And he's like, yeah, I hope I don't use a lot. So what is Donna and Najee doing while like this is happening, while everybody is losing their shit?
Her dad totally caught her attention. She's like looking over at him because he's just, and she just kind of offers him a big grin and then looks back to Najee.
Yeah.
Najee, go on,
Go
go
ahead.
on. Sorry.
I was gonna say Naja's just kind of looking around, like he kind of in like have you ever been like in an area like that or like an actual event or something, and like you can feel that like the whole energy, but like he doesn't know what to do with it. Like this is his first time like being in something like this. Like he's like that. He's just kind of like looking around, like looking at everybody, like absorbing it, and then like he kind of like starts like hammering like on his shield with his fist, like
Hmm.
to kind of like not look too out of place. But yeah, he's definitely kind of feeling the energy though. Um,
The Because like you are an Ilunid politician, you would understand why Alexander is very loved by his people. Like you are now inside of Queens, because like when you look Queens from outside, it looks a poor place, and the rumors about Alexander is like he doesn't know how to do politics, and like he's just a commander, he's a Fiona, like. But then you're inside of Queens, and you understand why people love their Baron. It's go on, go on.
No, I was gonna say, to me, it kind of feels like a family here. Like everyone supports each other, kind of thing, because they have to, and they're used to that.
That's like exactly what I was actually told to Christy before, like in the past, and like I forget to tell a lot of people, like especially you on the
mhm.
this is like not something you see in Brooklyn. Usually, Brooklyn is like a nice place. There's no family feeling, but in Queens, it's like the feeling of a family right there.
Hmm.
People are
Yeah,
just like supporting each other.
yeah. I was gonna say like Najee would also like, especially if Alexander's kind of military like the military kind of only gives you like what you need, and like everybody else kind of like fills in the rest, and that's not a bad thing, especially when you have people that are especially as connected as this. So like yeah, he totally gets it now. Like his feelings from earlier kind of assuaged. He can see that like yeah, like they might not have the best, but they definitely make the best of the situation, and they seem to come out better for it, and he can get behind that.
She'll actually kind of touch his arm and kind of say just loud enough for him to hear, "That's my dad." To like
And he'll
point
kind of
out.
just kind of like lean forward and then just kind of do that hey dad wave, like you know.
He's like still like putting his crossbows like towards the skies, like we trust you, Alexander.
Yeah, he seems rather motivated. This is going to be interesting.
He's in charge of one of the freeholds that are the people staying behind to defend one of the freeholds.
Ah, how cool. Well then.
This Pisky is near you, and like he hears this conversation. This Pisky was the one who was fighting with Ragnar, I think. Oh no, actually, this was fighting with Najee,
Yeah, I was about to
the
say
one
I
who
remember
yielded.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he kind of looks at you like, and he says like, yeah, like Najee. He uses your name out of like, not out of disrespect, but like he kind of like likes you. You know that like you earned his favor when he like get down on his knee against you, towards you in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And he says like my mom and dad is like old and they're staying behind. They usually like keep them in the freeholds to defend against because the army is not here.
Jonah just nods. Exactly. So my dad will be one of the ones who helps protect them.
Well then let's make sure that we'll let them remain comfortable, and hopefully they won't have to see any more fighting.
I know Donna girl knows my like. I know the Donna girl used to protect the place as well.
I would be there now, except I really wanted to see what it's like in there. As she looks at him.
You're in for a surprise, he says with like this, like I have been there before, kind of like way.
She nods seriously, like probably far too seriously. She's like, I can be surprised. That's fine. I just want to see.
He nods and he looks at Najee, who looks like he wants to say something.
He just said, well, hopefully that hopefully they won't have to do any fighting. Let them remain comfortable, and we'll do. Hopefully we'll do what we need to do, at least today. until we come with a more permanent solution.
Hopefully, hopefully. And the music, like the drums start, and the Alexander leads one group, while Sir Averick leads another. For detailed description, this is Sir Averick. Where is that stupid photo? Stupid photo, stupid photo. I can't find the stupid photo. Okay, never mind. He is extremely good and looks charismatic with his stupidly rich armor. And the Gregor kind of like watches the cavalry go. Like two cavalry goes two different directions. And then he will say, "The infantry! Let's move out!"
Does Donna know where to go? She doesn't know which. I didn't know which group she was supposed to be with.
You are in the infantry group. Do you have like a magical, chimerical ride, or are you like basically the nobles left and the commoners are going from behind?
No, she doesn't have a magical ride. And wait, unless she brought Rowlet, then she could shift to Owl and ride on Rowlet.
That's something you can do, and maybe next time you can tell the Baron, like, "Hey, how about I shift to Owl and ride Rowlet near you?"
She could just do it. Like literally, she could just do it. What are they going to say?
I actually don't know what I'm going to say. I must not plan for that. But like, you would have found your name in the infantry group. And like when I say like nobles left, it's actually like in Queens, like being a noble is actually a shitty job in Queens, because it's like you fight with things, you protect commoners. It's like it's not it's a war zone. It's like you're a responsible person. It's like hard. Like being a noble in Queens is hard. And like you guys are the ones who are presumably are doing the easy job. And basically what happens, Christy, is like the group, like 100 changelings, meet in front of a big fire, and Gregor like makes a holds up his hands and says like, "Okay, we will go in the 5 lines and in different 5 groups. So 20 people in 5 different groups. And the first group will split into 5 another. They will go in each 5 directions to make sure we don't get jumped by people. The remaining group will be remaining there, and the 4th group, as you can see in the papers inside your hand, are the cooks and engineers. So if there's anything going on, they will be the one who will deal with it. The Nage Anifarea by Lunid, probably half of you know him from the tournament. He will be my second in command, and I think I will split the group after if we go very deep in the No-Kithain-Land. Am I understood? As he yells in an aggressive manner out of nowhere.
She's gonna raise her hand as he starts yelling.
Is she asking she raised it to ask a question, or?
Yeah. Exactly.
Everyone's just yes, and then everyone literally 100 changelings looks at Donna, and the Greg kind of turns to Donna and says, "Yes, Donna."
And she's short. Half the people probably can't even see her, but they see her hand.
Basically, this Pisky pushes Donna in the front, so everyone can see Donna.
She sort of trips over her own feet a little bit because she wasn't expecting that. And then she'll kind of stand up as tall as she can, and she'll look up at him and be like, "I'm an owl. If you want to know what's going on, why don't you just send me up?"
Good idea. Go up. Tell me whatever you see from a distance. Anything you see fishy, come back to me and tell me, okay?
Excellent. I like fish. And she'll just walk away. But after making that horrible joke, she'll walk away and like get behind something or somebody, or just kind of grab someone and be like, hey, stand in front of me, don't look at me. Kind of.
Your dad is there, and you go behind your dad.
Yeah, because he could probably stare people down to make them stop looking if they are.
He's like, guys, don't look. She's gonna do the puka thing. She's gonna do the puka thing.
Yeah. I don't want to spend a willpower on this, guys. Yeah, so she'll shift into owl and kind of fly up to land to basically flutter in front of God, the captain guy whose name I don't remember. Gregor, yeah.
Greg,
And
his friends called him Greg.
And to kind of bow her head and kind of I agree. It's her acknowledgement as an owl.
Anyone has any other questions? I guess we're moving out towards the trod. Move. As the, I kind of want to take the reins of the scene a bit just to make sure, like, the scene continues, guys.
Yeah.
And basically, like, what you got, like, this is a military project, and as most of the military project, things needs to be in line. So the 5 groups, 2 remain at the back, 2 remain at the side, 1 remain in the front. 25 people, and they're basically covering or making sure there's nothing wrong. They're going from the front and the back. What happens in the inside is basically 15 people each groups, and they are following. The Gregor is actually in the middle group, and Naja is in the second group. Actually, Naja is in the third group, and Donna is on the air. There's like bunch of armies, and like they're like moving. The talking is like allowed, but like if people starts like fucking yelling and like playing games, they hear like Gregor saying like, "Shut up!" And so one of the weird things about this is when you guys enter the No-Kithain-Land is the representation of the dreaming changes all the time. No-Kithain-Land doesn't change a lot. It's always said to be a different forest. The road of like after you left the silver what was the name of that silver road silver path.
Yeah.
And the silver path is like sometimes the silver path disappears and then you find the silver path again. It's like the representation of the like the Strahd is actually the dreaming. It shows like the dreaming, and it shows the representation and the dreams of the of the people in the land. And basically, the problem is like as I have said, that sometimes the silver path disappears, and in a city, you guys are still in some kind of a city. In the city, the dreaming is much different. Like it changes all the time and stuff like that. Yeah, but like there was not a lot of forest in the dreaming. In the inside of the city, there was a bunch of different shit. This place is very different for that reason. If there's any questions, please ask me, because I know I get lost in telling details sometimes.
I'm pretty good right now.
Okay.
Nothing other than what I'm seeing, I suppose, and also the note what I put in the sidebar there.
You do a specific flutter pattern. Her wings as she flies, creating wind pattern another part of the book. Okay.
The first part of the book was the whistling earlier.
Mm-hmm. Are you still whistling?
She really can't whistle, as she could sing, like sing as a bird.
Okay, you can. What song are you singing?
Well, I mean, we're gonna. I can't think of a song that makes as much sense, so she's just gonna go with what's that one song? Can't remember the name of it.
Smack That All on the Floor?
No.
Okay.
She's sort of whistling, that bird singing kind of it's the tune of Fly Like an Eagle to the Sea. That song.
Okay. You mutter around, and like sometimes you see crows. They're flying. They land around the like the army. They move away from the army sometimes. The and you're extremely sure that the most of the chimerical creatures, like after the you see like crows and like you see let's say a couple like wolves you saw, they just run away from the army.
Well, when you have to see a large group of people, like why would you attack? That's against all your natural instincts.
The Nage,
Mm-hmm.
the group that you lead is like talking.
Mm-hmm.
They're like all red, and a couple of them are like county guard. Two, like actually, I'm gonna say like you are actually in a good group. Like there is like as you know, there's 15 guys. You're one of them, and uh, the six of them are actually county group, like the guys who came from the county guards, and they have like good armor. They're disciplined. Um, some of them are Fiona, some of them are Lunid. And your Pisky guy is there. He actually wanted to be around you to, do what's best for his land.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the group stops. They find a good place for the camp. It seems the night is coming.
I was going to say, Donna's nocturnal, and she has night sight. She's going to range out a little further.
And basically the Greg stops and says like, "Bring do the camping. Prepare to camp. We're gonna remain here today. Tonight, the night is coming." It's very different because like you guys left at the 9 in the morning, and in the dreaming, night is coming.
Hmm. If that's the case, then Najee will volunteer for like the first watch.
Okay.
And he'll actually volunteer his group of men for the first watch, like do patrolling,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure he sticks around for at least Donna in case she comes back.
The basically they set like fortifications immediately. The Greg is like extremely experienced regarding this matter. He actually he brought engineers. He brought like the people to make a soup, and like they give the soup, but like you can be the best chef ever if you make a food for like 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna be like average.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have the average, like they're giving you the average food. People are talking, and like while Donna is still flying, you hear like some of the people talks like that laughing dragon guy. Fucking kill the one of us like it was like a cattle. That was not fucking cool. But Ragnar was fine. This chick says. I like Ragnar. He seems like a cool guy. They like
Najee
having
just kind
these
of laughs at that.
They like kind of like having these conversations.
Is this what he's hearing as he kind of like walks around or whatever? Like,
Yeah. You're like basically looking around and like trying to see the. You're like you have like 4 guys with you, and checking watch.
mm-hmm.
And Donna.
Yes. She's not going to stay out forever, but she's going to go out a little further so she can have more information when she goes back. Since she has easy, really good sight at the moment. And again, owls are nocturnal, so it's natural.
Donna, you look around. You have night sight, and that helps you a lot. I need you to roll perception alertness. You will not get the night penalty.
Okay.
And because of your weird thing that you have at your head, you will get -1 difficulty.
Excellent. Let's see. I think it's good. All right. And that gives me 2.
The local animals are running away. And I say local, like domestic ones, not domestic ones. Sorry. The animals, the chimerical animals, like crows and the wolves, are just running away continuously away from the group. Especially when they like open the fires, they're like, nah, they're not having that. Like they're just running. They're not.
But that is a natural way for them to behave, right? So
it is a natural because like there's a group of individuals coming. You look around and like you don't see a lot of things like appearing. You see a river, and you hear like someone like saying some weird things on the river.
Try to dip a little bit lower. Try to see if I can catch more of it.
You see this guy.
Let me get over here because I'm not even on. Oh, beautiful! That is a beautiful, beautiful person.
He kind of like
bebop or rocksteady.
Pardon?
I was making a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, like you see this guy, he is actually like his hand is on the water, and he's like getting a chimerical fish. He hits the fish on the stone, and then he puts it in his mouth like. He seems a bit like a boar.
Is he chimerical? Or is he like? I mean, can I tell if this is a chimera? But he's not running away.
He's not running away. This seems like a chimera.
Can I roll my Changeling lore maybe at a high difficulty to try to understand a little better?
What is your Changeling lore?
I think I have it at 2.
Roll me your Changeling lore.
Okay.
Difficulty 8.
That gives
you
me
have one success.
Yeah.
One time, you heard your grandmother talking about weird chimera that she saw once, but it was also in the but like it took a body of a dreamer.
Oh Christ. Okay.
And that guy looks like your grandmother's description.
Okay.
And it's obvious he's singing a song, by the way, like.
Is okay. So, but can I catch any of the words it was saying, or were there?
You don't
no
know
words?
this language.
Okay. Well, whatever this chimera is, it is intelligent enough to speak a language that doesn't even sound vaguely familiar.
Yes.
And I speak Polish. Okay. Yeah.
This is the song he sings, like
Start to fly a bit higher for sure. Well, first of all, does he have any ranged weapons on him?
Yeah, he has spears to throw.
Oh, okay, then yeah, just try to memorize the tune. And fly higher, and then start humming that. Start singing that on the way back, because she's going to go back and tell them that what she's just seen. Because first of all, river is useful, and so is whatever the hell that is. It's the only one that's running away.
You have what?
2.
Which 2? Okay, never mind then.
I have enigmas.
You have no leadership, right?
I do. I think I actually have leadership on her. Let me look. I think I have leadership something. Yeah, leadership. No, I thought I did. Apparently I don't. Okay.
Okay.
But I do have enigmas, so
It doesn't.
No?
It was something about military. You go back. You can easily find from the fires. Like this, the fires from the was not visible from the like the place that you landed, but like when you go up, you can see the fires. That explains why this guy didn't see the fires as well.
Why he didn't see the fires? What do you
Like
mean?
at night when you make a fire, it's extremely visible from distance,
Yes.
and it always looks like it's close. Now, from when you landed near this guy to like check on him, not near but like close to him, you didn't see the fires at the back. But when you go up, you can see the fires.
Right.
So that's why he didn't see the army.
Right. Okay. Yeah. She's going to fly overhead until like so it's visible to everybody who might look up or hear the sound of a bird flying over. Until she can find the captain guy. And at that point, she will like land behind a tree or a rock or something, shift, and then walk up to him.
And he will like call the captains, basically like Najee himself and like one other guy that he the scout guy.
Mm-hmm.
Najee will get like another person says like Squire Najee, I'm sorry, the captain of the guard is calling you, sir.
He just nods and he just says, just continue doing the patrols.
Okay, sir. And those guys like continue doing the patrols as you go back near to Greg.
Mm-hmm.
The people are like sleep. Some of the people are like sleeping, but he is also like remaining in the main group. As the Najee comes back, he like kind of like told you to wait before everybody arrives, Donna, and like he gave you a soup.
She'll actually be like, thanks, I'm full. I'm assuming she could have gotten enough insects to eat while she was out flying.
You didn't say that you were looking for insects, though.
Okay, well then never mind then. But I just assumed it made sense. It's fine.
Nope.
So she'll eat soup then.
The Najee arrives. You see his sheeness out of with the fire around you.
My sheeness, yes. Oh, yeah.
Donna, you come back. Please give us a report on your mission.
Yes, sir. As she like gives him a salute, which is a little bit too cheery to be a really good salute. Okay, most of the animals are, basically all of the animals, all the more natural chimera are running away. They clearly know we're here. But up ahead, and she'll kind of point in the direction, there is a river. So I'm assuming that's something we'll have to either go around or go over or ford or whatever it is that military people do. The other big thing is that I saw something really weird up there. I think it was some kind of a weird chimera. It's the only thing that wasn't running away. And it kind of looked like a boar person, sort of. And it had a weapon. It had spears. And I'm vaguely remembering a story I heard once about a weird chimera that took over people's bodies that kind of look like that.
Like, Greg looks at you with, like, blank face. He doesn't understand what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
it spoke in a language I don't know. So it's intelligent enough to choose not to run and with natural instincts. It has a weapon, therefore it's intelligent enough to use like a spear and to make a spear. And it's smart enough to speak a language, even if I don't understand it. He was also singing, and she'll sort of start humming the song that he was singing. Not the words, because she doesn't know the words, but the tune she can do. I don't know what it is, though.
Strange.
Yeah. If there are more of those around, then those are probably more scary than the chimera are right now, in my opinion. Because they actually have intelligence as compared to instinct.
Well, if the animals are running, then most likely they're afraid of something bigger
That's
than
us. Us. Yeah.
them. Hmm.
If I was one of them, I would have been running too.
And you saw them running away from our area and not theirs?
Yes. I mean, no, maybe?
How'd you take a 5 guy? As far as the Donna says, this guy is away from like 1 hour away from us. Take a 5 guy and like check this out. If he's a threat, take him out. If he's not, just do what you want. And come back before the night.
I can.
Yes, you can go.
I was gonna say if it's okay. I'm really.
It's done. You can
No,
go.
no, no, no. Just a question. I promise. I'm pretty good at night, and I could probably take a nap in the morning if I can just sit on someone's shoulder. So, do you mind if I just kind of go through the night?
Go through the night. What?
Like stay up the rest of the night. I'm probably better at night than most of you.
Just go with Najee. Make sure he doesn't get jumped. And
She
then
will
come
not.
back.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can do your report and sleep on my shoulder the next day.
She nods.
Or the troll's shoulder. I will check for volunteers just a second. And Mr. Pisky and 2 of his friends is like there immediately. One of the guys is like holding a crossbow. He's like, yeah, I'm here as well. Another guy I'm not going to put photo for. He's also there. These are the guys who come with you guys.
He has
And
the worst hat on ever.
Najee, this guy, and the Donna. 5 of you are there, and like there, everybody like this tree is looking at Najee. But just I need to go to the door again and come back. Okay, guys, sorry.
Yeah, Donna just kind of stays quiet because clearly someone was tired of hearing her talk.
Well, just for the record, if you stayed up the whole night and watched our backs, I think you totally deserve to, have a nap wherever you went during the day. Just for the record there. Just saying.
And she just kind of cocks her head towards him, and she'll nod and just kind of offer a little smile and be like, I'm more comfortable at night. I can't really help it. It's part of
being an owl. Yeah, that's their thing.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, no, he said I could grab a nap while you guys are traveling, so that's fine. I should be fine.
That's good then. Yeah, we're blessed to have you here then.
And I'm back.
And she just looks up at him and she says, I am a blessing.
Captain, what are we doing now?
He chuckles and then he kind of looks like, yeah. So, Dona here has found a target about an hour away from here. Captain said that we were supposed to go investigate and take him out if he is a threat.
Okay, Captain.
So let's see. There's 2 guys with crossbows, you said?
Yeah, 2 guys with crossbows and the Pisky who's with knives.
Okay, and then just me and Dona.
I can give someone else with a crossbow mine. I can't really use it while I'm in the air anyway. And she holds up her rather small crossbow because she is very small.
And he just looks to the Pisky. Are you able to use this?
Yeah, I'm fine. I will shoot the shit out of people if need be.
Okay.
She'll hand the crossbow to him.
Thank you, Donna girl.
She gives him a thumbs up, and then she'll just be like, "Okay, so I'm I'm going to try to stay in view of you guys so that you guys can just kind of follow me. If I'm circling around, keep going the direction you're going because I can't just flutter in place forever.
Gotcha.
While you guys catch up. I'm faster. What can I tell you?
Do you know how strong the nature of the water was? Was it loud or?
Was it a pretty like calm river or was it a pretty like?
It was a
rapid?
calm river for him to fish.
Okay. She'll say, well, he was fishing. It was pretty calm.
Okay. Well, that takes away my idea of trying to use the river for cover. Either way, we'll make our way through.
Yeah, she gives him a thumbs up, and then she's actually gonna duck behind him because he's right there to shift. Then she'll like fly up, kind of circle over their heads a little bit until they look like they're ready, and then she'll like start flying as slowly as she can because she's trying to stay in view this time.
Basically, like these guys look at Najee for orders, and then they will do what he says.
So yeah, basically what Najee says is that we're going to try to cross the river early, and then go along the side of the river we believe he is on. That way we don't have to worry about it later,
Okay.
and worry about the water breaking our cover for anything like that.
Should we circle him?
Yeah, and that way we could get him on multiple sides. You two, well, all three of you will be instrumental in at least taking him out. If he's a threat.
They nod.
And yeah, he'll put on like his helmet, and he will turn and he'll start walking towards the direction Donna had said.
Okay. Donna, like you fly, and like these guys follow you, and before like that guy look around, you can see he's still fishing. And the Vaughn, can you roll deck stealth? It will be difficulty 8. He has no successes. He can't see you.
All right, so just my dex.
Difficulty 7, please.
Gotta love that lack of stealth.
Nope.
Defender win?
Basically like you don't see him, but you don't do very good on stealthing. He doesn't see you, but you see this creature in the end. His legs are weird. His body is weird. He looks like a boar a bit. His ears are crazy. He's muscleish. He has muscles. He looks like he seems to have a lot of stuff that he made from trees and like bones of animals.
Mm-hmm.
The Changeling lore doesn't tell you shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like a chimera. Like he has the chimerical, the glamorous reality on him. And everybody's like shakes his head when they see him. Like they're like, I don't know what the fuck is that guy. And he just continues singing like,
which is incidentally is the exact same tune she hummed to you.
Okay. Once how far away is he?
He is like, you guys can able to shoot him right now with the crossbows.
So Najee's gonna stand where he is because he knows he's not stealthy, and he's gonna turn around, and kind of point to those three, and kind of ask them just to spread out a little bit, so they can get try to surround him and take the shot.
They surround him. And they look at Najee while he's like still fishing. He puts like the fish on his mouth like shrunk.
Yep, and once he gives like indication to fire, Najee's gonna run right after that towards him.
What do you want to do, Christy?
Basically, once he's distracted, what she wants to do is she wants to go to like a tree, grab like a mouthful of leaves. Or actually, no, not even a mouthful. She'll use her talons and grab some leaves from the tree and sort of drop them over this guy. Because basically, she wants the distraction so he doesn't try to send a spirit her or like try to grab at her. But in doing this, she wants to try doing soothsay one, try to get a clue about this guy.
Before like you gave the shot, like he actually Pisker like raises his hand, like when you like shot him, and he actually raises his hands like says no, and then he comes near you slowly and says, "This is not a Delane."
Oh, what is it?
I don't fucking know. he's like, but I know this is not a Delane. Delane looks different. I have been in 3 raids, never seen something like this before.
And then he holds his hand out to the other guys, asking them not to fire. And then he just says, then maybe we should watch and observe and see what happens. Perhaps we can get some more answers after he's finished eating or something.
He like continue eating. They don't shoot actually, Donna.
Okay, well she'll just watch and see if she can do it to him. She's still gonna get the talonfuls of leaves, but she'll she'll try to do it at him from behind, like maybe the tree, like try to make it look like maybe the tree's dropped it on him or something.
He turns slowly while like you guys observe. And Najee, you said like like he was standing. He kind of like sees Najee and he like waves at Najee. Kithain. Donna hears it, but Najee doesn't hear it. He says something, but like you didn't hear.
Okay.
Donna hears like he says Kithain.
She will actually pause mid what she's doing, probably just drop the leaves wherever they are and come over to land on Najee's shoulder, and just kind of the point of I know something. Wait, is what she's trying to give off here, and then she'll duck behind something and shift real quick. And walk
while
back
you're
yeah.
While you're doing that, like he actually comes close and he puts his like axe to like his belt. And he like approaches towards Najee.
Najee just holds his hand out, kind of like okay, just hold off.
He like stops, like Kithain, and he like puts his hands towards his chest, like Duncan.
And he just puts his hand to his chest and he just says, G.
G.
And he looks to the other guys and he looks to Dota like, what the fuck? Like his eyes say, what the fuck? And look at
gives him a look up. I told you he had intelligence. And she looks at it a bit and puts her hand to her chest and says, Jonah.
Duncan.
And she's this girl's kind of always a little too hopeful. She takes like a half a step forward and holds out her hand like to offer a shake, just to see what he does.
He like takes the hand and like tries to kiss the hand.
Oh wow.
And he like kisses the hand and he's like, Duncan knows.
Yeah. Jaw drop, but she looks really pleased with herself. And she'll offer a little curtsy back to him because he's being very courtly.
She Puka.
Yes. As she points to Najee and then to herself.
He puts his hands on his like chest and says, Fuat.
What's a Fuat?
Yeah, I never heard of them. Is there more he points to Duncan and then kind of like makes like a circle. Like, is there more of you around?
I don't understand.
Um,
I
Are-
know little.
are there more like you?
Me more.
Around,
Me
yes.
Duncan.
Hi, Duncan.
He puts his hands to his like head, makes like movement of the horns of satyrs. Satyr.
Do we
I
have
know
any-
satyr.
Really?
The
Friends?
fish. Friends. Fish. As he pulls fishes out of the ones he get, like one of the ones he bought, like he bited, and he offers to Najee because Najee like he seems to understand what is a she. He seems a bit like respectful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Najee will graciously take the fish and reluctantly eat it, at least a piece of it, a small piece, and he will hold it out to Duncan and offer it back to him as well.
G knows custom.
G is polite. Polite, yes.
I go back to my land.
Where is your land?
He points out like the back of him, and then makes like two.
Have you seen any dark ones on your land?
Any like dark ones. The no. The dark ones.
Thalaine?
Talane. No. He pulls his like axe and hits it to each other, and then puts his back. Talane bad.
He just
We
looks to
fight Talane. We fight Talane.
So do we.
The forest god. We obey the forest god.
who's the forest god?
Cenarius.
Dona's like making, like she's remembering these words. Fuoth. Cenarius. She's like she's gonna go dig later.
Can you take us to him?
Not the forest god. To my land, yes.
He just looks to Dona.
And she just kind of looks to him and she'll be like, "You're the boss? But that isn't what your orders were, I don't think.
No.
But I really want to go."
And he looks to the other guys.
What's up, boss?
Why don't you send a messenger back to ask?
And he just looks to the Pisky.
What's up, bud?
Run back to
Boss.
camp and see if we can get permission to follow this. We found a
Fuoth.
Fuoth who might have more information.
Boss, if I know Greg won't let you. But you can, because you are, who you are, you can say, I have a lead, I will follow.
Dona looks really hopefully at him.
We'll say that. But just tell him we have a lead. and we should still be back before morning.
When he said like when the Fuat, the Duncan said like my home away 2, he meant like 2 days.
Yeah, that was what Don was going to say. Do you mean 2 days?
Sun, as he like does like sun, and he like goes up, and then like his hands goes down, and then his hands goes up, like, and then his hands go down. 2.
The sound effects are why it's funny. 2 sun-ups and sundowns.
Yeah, that we can't do that. That's we can't absolutely not do that. We cannot do that. 2 days is too far or in too much time.
Dona's starting to look crushed. She wants to go so bad. It's just, yeah, she'll just be like, can we go another time? In 7.
And he like does like 14 times.
In 14?
7 is
Oh, right. Got it.
down.
Yes. Yes.
He touches Donna's head. Clink.
She just nods and kind of looks up at him. She's perfectly willing to give off that I'm so adorable vibe right now because it makes him like think she's helpless. Yes. 7 then. Here? Meet here?
He nods. War song will welcome you.
And she looks to Neji just to hope that her compromise wasn't too far off the mark because it gives them time to try to sort it out.
7 days is fine. Come back here. I'm rather interested in myself, so yeah, we'll be back.
One thing I will mention to you guys, when a changeling goes to No-Kithain-Land, they're not offered any assistance from anybody. Just so you can remember.
We understand, but this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to people like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and also, I'm House Lunan. Like, I'll take Banality or something if I don't. This is interesting. So, yeah.
Peace be upon you.
Peace be upon you too.
Peace be upon you too.
And he just throws up the peace symbol, like with the 2 fingers, and he just says peace.
She just bows her head to him, like respectfully.
He nods. See you later, G and Donna. My English is good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, you learned pretty quickly.
Say dear, teach me.
I want to meet this satyr. As she looks to Magic.
Yeah, he kind of he can't really, deny that. That's pretty interesting.
He like turns and like starts running, and then like you guys see he jumps on the trees and like he looks around and like jumps on another tree, jump on another tree. He seems pretty agile and like pretty used to this level of life. And like when he jumps a tree, he pulls a spear. He like throws a spear. You guys see like something from the tree falls down, and he catches on it and like starts running. He runs very fast than a normal human.
What a show off. Yeah. And she's just all right. Well, I guess we can go back now.
You can make the report.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it.
Be the boss, she.
I got it. Let's go.
You guys go back to the land, and like the people, basically, it's like probably like become like If it was real time, it would be like 2 or 3 at night,
Mm-hmm.
and like you guys hear like Greg is snoring. Then like one of the squires will like wake him up. Najee's back. Okay. Squire Najee, what's the problem? What was it?
No problem. We came across it was identified as a Thuoth.
What the
He
heck's a
approached.
Tua?
He spoke English, at least
Yeah.
some English. He said he was a Fuoth, and he knew what we were.
Mm-hmm. He also knew some etiquette as well, apparently, and knew us by. Well, at least he knows I'm a she and she is a puka, and he is familiar with satyrs. But he didn't have no information regarding the lane or anything. And
Actually, he said they fought them too.
oh yeah, shit, yeah, you're right. Dona's right.
That's strange. Maybe the
Apparently.
dreaming was aiding us.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. He seemed pretty nice and invited us to visit his land, which, of course, Squire Najee said we couldn't because we were on a mission right now.
Yeah, the No-Kithain-Land is very dangerous. Please don't just forget about it. Please go to sleep and we'll wake up early tomorrow.
Fair enough. And he just looks to Dona and turns and waits for her outside.
Yeah, I mean, if they're done with the conversation, she'll walk away, walk outside as well. I mean, where else is she gonna go?
And he just says, "I'm kind of surprised you told him that we made a deal to meet with him
No, I
again."
didn't. I said that he offered, and I said that we couldn't. Well, that you decided that we couldn't because we're on a mission right now. I didn't say there was a later deal.
You're right. That was the
She
player's
just
bad. That's the player's bad. My bad.
she just grins at him like it's okay. We could just play it off. She just grins at him and she's like, I mean, lying is kind of my kid's thing, or misleading at least.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. I'd rather them not know, but and you didn't tell them, so anyways, so yeah. I guess I'm gonna go get some rest then. I guess you have things here until the morning.
Yeah, I'm in charge. I got this. She just kind of grins at him and then starts to head over to like one of the she will kind of grin to him at, as he in theory walks away or whatever, and she will walk over towards like some of the other guards that are around and like offer to take over for somebody until morning so that at least somebody can get more sleep since she's going to stay up the night anyways and then sleep on the way.
In the morning, the sun doesn't rise. The land becomes more, like there's light you guys can see around easily,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no sun. It's not warm. It's a bit chilly, but those who were around for a while says that that's kind of what happens in this place after some time. The two messengers come from the different groups. It seems Sir Everick finds some tracks, and he is following those tracks. At the same time, the Alexander is moving and barging forward to find the big threat that he thinks there is.
Mm-hmm.
The Gregor says that if they're going to the both different ways, I will have to split the groups. Najee will take 50 men. I will take the other 50. I will follow as he pulls a coin. 1 or 2.
2.
Yeah, the you follow Everett, I follow Alexander.
He just hangs his head. And you just says, shit. Okay. This will be
The
good.
the just don't forget to put scouts around, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The land can be anywhere. They're not like they took this land. They made this land their home for a long time. There's a lot of people living in Long Island.
Understood. And yeah.
The like OOC, the population of Long Island is 7,500,000, 68,000.
Wow.
I mean, if I was a Thelaine and I had this situation open up to me, hell yeah, I'd move there. It's safer than living amongst the Kithain.
Exactly.
I'd be there in like 3 seconds.
The 50 men immediately split up.
Yeah, Donna doesn't know. She just kind of waits to see where she's supposed to go.
She's supposed to go with Najee. The Greg says, I have my scouts. Says he like, I'm a better scout, says um, the
Yeah,
bird.
she'll salute the bird. She'll salute the bird because the bird is, all respect to the bird. The bird is funny.
The 50 men is like, they're like, 5 of them are like engineers and like the cooks.
Mm-hmm.
The rest 45 is like, 20 of them are mostly come from Queens and the poor fucking infantry.
Mm-hmm.
Rest is more experienced individuals and good armor, um, all that smashy stuff, all that like crazy stuff about an army. Like they held like big shields and some of them has spears and swords.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the and they look at you like you know where the which land, which time, which place that you will go in this place, and they wait for your commands.
Were you gonna say something?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Najee just turns around. He's just like, "All right, men, time to form up. We're going to follow Lord Everick. We'll be following him, Sir Everick. We'll be following him as he seems to have found some tracks. So we'll be covering him from behind. I will need scouts on our flanks and our front and back."
Roll me charisma leadership. Natural leader does count, yes.
No.
Really? God damn it. You did it, you put good tactics though. So they nod. Um they look around and like, they follow the job and like you lead this 50 changelings.
Dono is actually going to, assuming that Naji doesn't stop her, she's gonna shift into Owl and get on his shoulder to sleep
Yeah, that's fine.
because she's assuming that he'll wake her up if he needs her.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And yeah, Najee will be at the front, I guess. As the other group, the middle group, kind of forms up and we start marching towards Sir Everick.
You, after some time, like 6 hours, find the horse riding marks. Galloping.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see like only you see only your horses, nothing else. It seems like also there was a camp here and you found their camp as well. The fires were extinguished.
Mm-hmm.
the you have like another guy who's like good at pyretics.
Mm-hmm.
A someone from the Order of the Flaming Falcon, but like he's not a dick. He's like one of those nice guys. Not a knight, by the way. He's a soldier that belongs to the order. He's an issue,
Mm-hmm.
and like he walks with you and says like this place looks different. Uh, the I don't know. I have this weird feeling about this.
Looks different in what way?
There's no sun. The old chimerical creatures are running away from us. Normally, they say that they attack us all the time.
Hmm. And he looks at the tracks, and does it seem like they're going forward? Like,
They're going forward, more into the deep of the No-Kithain-Land.
hmm. And
I know the beef or whatever it is between you and Averick, but Averick is a nice guy, a competent leader. If he goes for galloping, that there's something to gallop for.
well, then I think we should continue forward. But just make sure we keep our wits about us, and um, have the scouts report in regularly.
Yes, Captain. At that time, Donna wakes up because she slept a lot,
Yeah, like 6 hours is plenty.
and you basically, wake up in this like the land that looks a bit, still the same for what is going on around you. For you, there's nothing. It's just not sun. And is she gonna continue scouting or remain with the group?
She'll shift into human so she can have a conversation and just kind of walk back out from wherever she was hiding and be like, it's okay with you. I'm gonna grab something to eat and I'll head out again if you want.
Yeah, you would be our best eye. You'll be your best above, anyways, because you could circle us if need be. Much easier than for the scouts to get around and without noticed.
Do you want me to go straight ahead or of where we're going, or do you want me to just kind of start around us and circle out?
Start out in front of us, going forward, and then just make a go around us. Whatever way you think is best. Just circle around the us here, and then come back and let me know if you see anything, and if not, just keep going and just keep doing that.
Yeah, if you don't hear anything, either I've gotten caught or I haven't seen anything.
On your third pass, come back and see me.
She nods. That's I mean, whatever he says, she's going to agree with on this point. So yeah, she totally nodded, and then will turn to, and she'll just be like, "You have a good, comfortable shoulder," and she'll turn and walk away to go find something to eat.
You find something to eat. It's easy. The Boggins are like feeding everyone well.
Fair enough. She's not super picky. It's just easier to, if food is easily available, she might as well get it now. So then she will take off and do as told, which is he said to start around the front and to sort of go around from there and just sort of work out a bit.
As you continue, you see bunch of crows landing in one area. It's impossible to miss for a flying creature.
Crows. Crows normally seem to gather around dead bodies. They're carrion eaters. So, with that many, it's probably something large. And I don't think this is too hard to figure out based on she does have animal ken and survival.
I don't know. It's up to you to presume.
Well, either way, this is what she is assuming. And she's gonna sort of try to move it a little closer, but actually go into the trees if there are trees around. I'm assuming there are, based on your picture, and try to not be seen by the crows. Sort of try to move quietly to get a better view of whatever it is they're around.
All the crows land on this thing.
Is it alive or dead?
That is alive, and the crows are like making the crow voices.
Are they trying to eat him, or are they his friends?
They're his friends.
Okay.
He seems like very angry with his face. His hands is like there, and he feeds the crows from he feeds the crows. He throws something on the land. He's too bright and shine.
So this dude looks like, just to clarify what I'm seeing here, he's basically a centaur that looks like he has some sort of vines or trees for arms.
Yes, and at the same time, he is extremely big than a troll. He's like 10 foot tall.
Okay, so he's a gigantic centaur
Yes.
with weird ass arms. Okay, does this look like a chimera?
It does.
Okay, does he seem to be talking to the crows?
He seems to listen to crows talking. Can you roll me dex stealth?
Yes. Here's hoping that goes well. I think I have 1 in stealth. I should make sure of this. Yeah. That would be 0.
The ones are strong today.
Who dare defy this land? I am the heart of the land.
Is he looking at me?
All the crows turns to you.
She's
All
gonna bolt.
100, 200 of them.
She's gonna bolt.
You bolt. Naja, you heard someone screaming, "Who dare defy this land? I am the heart of the land."
No shit. And Naja hearing that will yell out. He just says, I guess what would the term be? Like get in battle formation, like battle formation.
Defensive position.
Yeah, there we go. And he'll just say, I want archers or range behind the line.
Roll me your charisma leadership to see how passionate he does this.
She's just for the record. Whenever she goes out, she's been doing that whole singing thing. Like except for when she's trying to be quiet. That would be stupid.
If it's diff 4, then 5, because I have commanding voice.
Do you also make a speech?
Sure.
Today you fight for your ancestors.
What does Naja says?
He will say, all right, men, take up your positions. I want range behind whatever. And then he will just say, today we'll finally draw the first blood of this ordeal. Let us make sure that it is their blood that we take and not our own. Let us show that we may be the commoner, or we may be the poor man's army, but we are definitely not poor in spirit or in bravery. We will win this day, and we will continue to fight this battle until all this is all the problems or all this altercation is you know uh,
Solved.
clear. So yeah,
Cleared. Cleared. You
cleared.
make the speech and like the 5 successes, everyone goes like, "Rah! Rah! Hold the line!" As like your second in command, this issue, like pulls a sword. The shields and spears! Shields and spears! As they give like orders, but like nobody knows what the fuck is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody sees like Donna flying.
This tiny little owl thing, probably at a bit of a distance at this point. So a tiny speck.
Najee would just hold his arm up, seeing her come, like for her to land. Like, you sure? Come land here, please. I heard it.
Well, she's like flying hellbent. Like, is anything following her? Please tell me nothing's following her.
There were
I'd be right
10. There were
Yes.
10 crows, but they fall back.
Oh, good. This makes her happy. Yeah, and she just basically almost runs into him. She sees the arm and tries to land there, but she's going so fast she probably mislands it a little bit and probably slams into his arm a little bit. Because she's just not being overly graceful when she's like being chased, at least as she perceives it. And she will drop down to hide behind whatever's nearest, pop back out and be like, centaur, crazy huge big centaur, trees for arms, a bunch of crows.
All right. And he just says, shit, I had it in my head. Yeah, can I use that speech as a bunk? For
Completely.
flicker flies?
You also hear another thing. Who dares? The wrath of Cenarius and his trees. As
Her jaw drops and she's like, oh, that's the forest god.
and then like literally the trees slowly turn into these creatures.
And
So we will roll initiative. But before that, Najee was gonna do something.
Yeah, shit.
Like the trees were all around you. But go
okay.
on.
Just in case though.
One thing I will say,
Uh-huh.
you have like bunch of arts and stuff, and you can like, for example, if you don't have scene, you can spend a glamour for the scene.
Oh, yeah.
And if you spend like 2 of the scene, you can affect everybody because you guys are in a tight, close position.
Yeah, I have scene
Just
2.
so you know. Oh, you can then. You don't need to spend that shit. Go on.
All right, so it's Summer 1, Scene 2, so that's 3 dice.
What do you want to do with Summer?
Basically, I want to hone their spirit, like of like battle.
Mm-hmm. -1 difficulty on battle rolls. Okay.
And then yeah.
Anything else?
That's about it. Yes.
Okay. Your speech was 5 successes. Please roll at -4 difficulty.
-4?
Yeah, you're leading an army and making a speech. Please.
I also get 1. No, it's scene. Never mind.
Scene is +1 difficulty.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you roll Fey, which means you also get -1 because guess what? You're an autumn she.
Oh, nice. Okay. So
the difficulty will be. Just a second.
Yep.
You have 2 successes, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is gonna be like -1 difficulty for the battle. Everybody goes like when you like cast the summer, everyone's like weapons goes bright.
Mm-hmm.
And like they like put their shields on each other. What is Donna is gonna do before like she sees the trees transforming?
She was just going to try to say to him, like, if she sees he's doing magic, she'll wait until he's done. But then she'll lean in and be like, try not to kill him. If you kill him, then there's going to be problems with the Fuath.
And he nods. And he just says, do not, he just yells out, do not engage until we are engaged. But before that, do not fire until, or do not engage until I say to.
When you say that, like, you slowly hear the words, like, like, who dares to challenge the wrath of Cenarius? And the trees immediately turn into these creatures. And they jump on people. Like, they attack the soldiers. Like, and, like, you also, like, look back and, like, your position at the crossbows. Like, the people are shooting with the crossbows from the back as well. Some of them are, like, attacking from the back. It is chaos. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
This is not going to go well, I can tell you already, because she has a low initiative.
Whoa, yeah, that's cool.
It's Dex and Wits, right? So, it's 5. Okay, it did go well. I'm at 14.
You're at 14. You go first. These 3 monsters will go last.
Okay. Well, she didn't end up using this bunk before, so she's going to use it now. She is going to attempt to do Skycraft 1 to try to slow down or blow back as many of these things as possible. So if she can place it in some fashion so that it only, like, that the wind basically blows back. And I realize she'll have to use Scene for this.
Mm-hmm.
And probably
Scene
more than
1
that I have. Yeah. Oh, Scene 1?
Mm-hmm. The reason is because if you can't take the whole area. If you take the whole area, that's like crazy idea. But if you actually do it towards, the crossbowmen, their crossbows will go faster. Like the wind advantage will be at them, which is kind of cool.
Oh, she was actually trying to blow back the tree people.
No, you will blow back the tree people, and at the same time, their crossbows will go faster.
Okay, sure. All right, so that's fine. So that would be, let me find my roll again, because I don't have that up at the moment. What's my diff? Because the bunk she's using is, she's been whistling and like doing things with air.
-3.
Okay. Which makes it, see what diff 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is where we get to see my power roll of like 2 dice. 2 dice. Oh yeah. At diff 4 though, there's a possibility this could go off. I got 1.
You got 1. Now let me think what's going to happen with the 1, because like I don't know Skycraft that well.
Yeah. Let me.
I'm going to read it. I'm reading it. Don't worry.
Oh, it's okay. I have it right here. That's what I was going to look at. If you. And I would have had to buy up my Fae, right, in order to affect the Chimera?
Yes, actually, that's quite correct. I always forget that one.
Yeah, so that's like 2 points probably to Fae 3, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's fine. I've just spent 2 glamour, and weird means I don't have to. Does it mean I do have to spend it as well? I always forget.
This is not weird. This is chimerical. But if the art is weird, which is this is the Howling Gale, right?
Yes.
You spend 3 glamour.
Okay, I've spent 3 glamour.
Such winds last for glamour in minutes. If the object is high, you may push along glamour miles for 5 minutes per successive roll. Directing alternative, you may take an object and source powerful which rolls. All actions make it difficult to approach one.
Glamour 6.
So it's like harder for them to approach. That's going to affect a lot of things, actually. Najee, you see the Theodosia, Donna, is actually like got something and like a huge, like not a huge actually, like a wind appears. That's like trying the blowing the trees back at the archers, not in the front. Uh, and then like you see this guy actually jump towards the like with a sword and shield. He is protecting the archers, and he
Mhm.
actually yells like, uh, he says like the for the oracle. He screams and he activates Dragon's Ire 2 with everyone. So everyone gain strength plus 2 for 6 turns.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't have my weapon though because I gave it to somebody else. So my only
You
method
have a knife.
is brawl.
You have a, like they will give you a short sword or something, whatever.
That's just sort of hilarious. Okay. Mostly because I don't have melee.
Okay. The Najee, what are you doing?
Najee's gonna draw his weapon, but he's gonna call out to who was it, Sicarius?
Which one?
Scenario.
Scenarius.
Cenarius. Um, he just yells out, Cenarius, we will defend ourselves. We're not here to cause any. Well, we're not here to cause any problems. Um, we will defend ourselves. I have come across Duncan. We have the same. Uh, we have the same agenda in mind. We don't want to cause any problems with you. If you are fighting the Tulane, then you will find a friend in us.
That's
More
right.
trees hurting people. Scenarius does not answer.
You tried.
Tried.
You can do attack stuff as well. It's completely okay.
Oh,
Talking
okay.
sometimes is a free action. You can just continue doing the attacking. It's completely okay. I don't want to like steal your
Yeah, well
action.
then
as
he
well.
will defend himself and anybody there. So, but he'll continue like talking because the faster we can get this combat done, whether it's through or this skirmish done through talking or fighting, is the better. So
Mhm.
melee.
Does he has only a sword or sword or shield?
Yeah, he's wearing a short sword and shield.
Okay, difficulty 4 to attack with your shield. Pardon, sword. Is it like a small shield that doesn't give you dex penalty, or
Right. Yeah. He's not really
okay.
he's not really he's not really supposed to be a frontliner. Like eventually he's supposed to be like a sorcerer. So like I mean yeah he's just doing this now because it's part of his training.
This was not like expected by anybody.
Yeah. But that's 3 successes. Let's,
3 successes is good to attack. 2 plus 2 plus your strength plus 2.
so,
I think 8.
yeah,
You do
pretty
like
good.
3 damage. One of the trees, like you like attacked at a tree that like trying to attack one of the archers or the front line. You like, are you gonna try to protect the archers or like try to like
I'm
push
trying
this
to.
guy?
The front line is supposed to be like a defensive line, so like almost like a. I'm thinking like Roman like
Yeah,
turtling
shield
thing.
wall. Like
Yeah. So he would protect the archers because they have no. I'm assuming they can't.
they
So he
are
would
like
protect them.
they have like short swords if that needs to be, but like they're archers. Pulling a sword means like 3 attacking you. That's why you're like second in command immediately jumped there, protecting them, and like you are doing it. And you
Yeah.
like attack and cut off a hand of a tree. Tree screams like, "Rrr," but like continue attacking. The Pisky near you, he actually like jumps near you as well and stabs that like tree. And tree falls and becomes like part, like like the tree falls and dies. And there's a weird combat going on. And Donna, it's your turn now.
Oh, jeez. I'm left with the weirdest of choices. Let me see. Because she already got the wind going. Okay, well, at this point, it's clear that what she needs to do is defend herself because I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff going on.
There is like a thing coming near you, like this guy.
Tell me it's a mini version of him, because that would be adorable with this tiny battle going on.
No.
Aw.
Sorry.
It's a prelate. No, she is going to attempt to use the sword that she has absolutely no skill with.
Difficulty, short sword, difficulty 6 for you. No, difficulty 5 because you are also.
I am also what?
Because the Najee made everyone have -1 difficulty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So that's my 3 dice.
Mhm.
Nope. The 1 took my 8.
Okay, Najee, your turn.
Naja's going to look at Naja's going to basically, try to do the same thing again, like yell out, stop this, like we have, common enemy, like let's work together. And then with everything going on still, he will cast Sovereign 2 on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that should yeah, that should at least hopefully maybe stave off some of the attack.
Mm-hmm. Let me check the Sovereign too. I think like it makes you the part of royalty, and they need to spend willpower to ignore the effects.
But if I use scene, can I not make everybody seem that way?
Yeah. No, you can't make everybody seem like that. Just a second. Actually, you can make everybody seem like that. Go on.
Oh, okay. Shoot. So basically, during the middle of all this, while he's yelling that out, like he's probably screaming in Dona's face, but he's gonna use Dona as part of the bunk, and he's gonna go about like straightening up her outfit. Using like he's gonna drop his sword, like stab it in the ground, use like his saliva to like brush off like dirt off her face and stuff, and make her look more presentable, like kind of preen her, if that's possible.
Okay, you do it.
What's the difficulty?
8 -1 -2 because of Faye. Difficulty 7
All right.
because you also use scene.
So. One success. Oh, this is for social interactions.
It's for social interactions, but we already made you roll.
Okay.
If you want, you can be like, I can just tell what happens, or basically like we can just do something else because I didn't know it was just for social interactions.
I mean, we could just skip it if we want. Like, I'm okay with that, and just say they continue attacking.
Basically, what happens is like they stop for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like stop, and they attack again. Like they like miss their turn, which at that time the archers are like fire. Like 3 or more trees falls down, but like there are more trees coming. Trees are coming from every direction. They're like circling the army, which is like the worst thing that army can have. But your soldiers are holding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll just say, keep it up. Like they're still coming, but we have not given any ground. We still can do this.
As the fight progresses in the next turn, you guys see one of the changelings falls down because of like the tree, another somewhere like a tree like with stabs with his hands from the chest. the guys are giving casualties, but like not, every war has casualties. And it's the turn of Donna.
So this was near me.
Um,
This one that at least I saw one go down.
Yeah.
Am I still in the middle of a fight?
You are in the middle of a fight.
Okay, then I can't really do much about it right this second. Yeah, we will attempt to wave this sword around in a very useless manner once more. Except that it was useful this time. Ah! 3 successes. So what's my
Two, because of your 2 successes. No, 3 successes. 2 from the sword. Your strength +2. Like,
so and actually there's another +2, right? In there. So
I added the last +2.
All right. So is it strength +6 total?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Pretty good blow.
It is a pretty good blow. Let's see what you do. You cut off one of the tree's hand, and like one of the soldiers near you shots it with your the pisky, like no, actually the other guy, this guy, shoots it with a crossbow in the chest, and it goes down. But there are more coming, and it's the turn of Najee.
Yeah. He'll basically just, I'm assuming give more commands like, fill like any gaps, people go down.
Roll me charisma leadership. This is a normal roll, like it's not going to take over the other roll.
Okay. 6. 3.
You do good. The people are like, "You heard the man!" And like they stab the trees with their spears.
And and then Najee continue like trying to defend the archers and stuff like that, and try to get the ear of this dude. But it's probably too loud anyways, because with all the screaming or the battle going on and stuff. So yeah. Do I need to roll anything for like attacking or whatever?
It's up to you. Do you want to?
I mean, sure, to help defend.
Okay.
So 3. 2, 3, 4. So 2.
You do 2 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like give like a cut towards this tree, and like it just like it goes down, and then like wakes up again. Tries to attack you. I will roll its attack. 1 success. You took me 1 chimerical damage with your stamina plus your armor.
Yep.
Actually, just a second. It has no successes. Oh no, it has successes, and you soak it. You soak it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, this guy attacks you with 4 successes. Are you're gonna soak it because you did your attack? 3 + 2 + 2.
Yeah. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
how?
Stamina plus your armor. Your armor is 2. Your stamina is 2.
No, my stamina is 3, I think.
Okay.
Man, she's
You're right.
more hardy than Nasha.
Her strength is 2.
I just find that funny though. This little girl is much more hardy than Nasha.
I soak none.
You take 4, and you're dazed. Najee, you saw she kind of like gets punched with this tree, and the tree, like she kind of falls down.
Well, yeah. First, she smacked the tree pretty good, and then the tree smacked her pretty good. Basically,
Exactly.
Whose turn is it?
It's the top of the initiative, and it's your turn because she is dazed this turn.
Oh, Najee's going to run over towards Dona and try to attack this dude from behind, basically trying to run and like spear him with his sword.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Um, 3.
Okay. Roll your stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.
Can you roll me 2 dice?
10 and 9.
How much damage you had?
4.
Oh, it goes down. The one of them like tries to attack you, and he has like no success. Top of the initiative. Donna, you wake up.
and I have 4 damage, right?
Yes, it hurts.
Yes. Am I physically being attacked by anyone right now?
You're protected by Najee and another. Actually, this Pisky. He looks pretty much pretty damaged as well.
All right. So what she's going to do then, if you allow me to, is she's going to stand up and reach into her pocket at the same time for the sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to take, basically rip off a piece for herself and rip off a piece to give to the other guy.
Okay.
And so if you allow me, she's going to basically gobble her a bite of sandwich.
You heal 1 lethal per turn for 3 days.
1 lethal.
Actually, no.
Jeez.
No, for this scene, not for 3 days. No.
Okay, all right. So she just got back 1, and next turn she'll get back another, right?
Yes, this like you just get like you take the bite, 1 healed. You gave him a catches and like he's trying to stab this fucking tree.
Fair enough. Because she saw that he was pretty hurt too, so that's why she's just like, you know what, you're helping me, I'm going to help you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
that was
Jay, what are you doing?
Yeah, Najee's gonna make sure, try to protect her and attack anything that gets close.
The back, because of you and everyone's help, and because of that, the wind is pretty much cleaned. Roll me wits leadership. Your natural leader counts.
I'm assuming I get 1 success. Well, no, I didn't get any successes.
Okay.
So I botched.
I was gonna give you a tactic, but it's fine. You are too much in the moment to think anything right now. You look back as they cleaned the back. The shield wall is going very nice, but like they're trying to fill the the gaps, and the archers kind of look at you because they can't shoot with the crossbows or bows.
Well, if that's the case, then if the back is clean, then he's going to tell them to make a line. If there's nobody at their back, or like a V. That makes sense, like a V formation. If that makes sense.
I understand.
So that way the archers have room to shoot.
Okay.
As long as it looks like nobody's their back is okay.
Your back is like right now is okay, and like can you roll me charisma leadership?
Yeah. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Commanding voice, that's 10, 9.
Yeah, that's like 8, 9 successes. Can you explain me, and then like Christy will also explain me what she does with like how you handle these group after your tactic is given?
So after the tactic is given, handling the group like the soldiers, or like the
Basically,
enemy.
Killing the enemy.
Najee will basically move about, moving people where he wants to put them, all the while like trying to defend them, and cutting people down, so to speak. And then once he will then try to get them, the enemies kind of corralled, um, kind of like almost like a how a door would close, like that closing uh, angle, like almost kind of like folding it,
Mhm.
folding the men in on the trees. Once he found out that he can get the advantage on them, and basically um, take them out that way. Um,
The trees goes one by the one. What is Donna is doing while this is happening?
Well, she's definitely healing one per turn, which would put her if after 3 turns
Mm-hmm.
at a -1, which is certainly a lot better. But yeah, and she's probably once that's done, she would jump back into it to help them, as much as she can. Basically, she's fighting.
Okay.
Because I don't think anyone told her about that wind thing, and if her wind isn't helping, she could turn it off. I just don't know if that's something she would realize.
oh man, I
Someone will
forgot.
tell. Someone will
Yeah.
say like, "Stop the wind! God damn it!"
Yeah.
Okay, because she's short; she can't see everything. So yeah, if that's the case, then she'll totally be like, oh, and get rid of the wind, because she's the only one who can do that, as a matter of fact.
If anything, like
The
if it would have helped, Najee would have asked to like for her to direct it like certain directions if they needed it
I
to
don't
help
think
with
she
this.
can redirect it. She could either
Oh, okay.
it goes the direction she set it originally, and if that's not okay, that she could turn it off. But
she
she could recast again.
Gotcha.
she needed to turn it away, but the the battle goes for a while. Like after, like actually not while, sorry. The battle goes and like it's finished.
Hmm.
The sixth changeling sadly is past.
The what changeling is passed?
Six
Oh,
changelings passed. 42 remains as everyone looks at each other, and like some people like immediately let the archers like claims their crossbows back from the trees.
Hmm.
yeah. Donna will try to get hers back at that point too, unless she's going to have to fly somewhere.
No, someone will like the Pisky gives your sword back and like he says thank you for the sandwich.
You're welcome. Anytime. I still have some left if there's anybody who needs it. Because she's not going to use it on herself. She's only -1 right now. You know what I mean? Like that'll heal.
This guy kind of like comes near Naji. It was a good fight. It's sad that we lost people, but the Falcon, but the Dreaming will understand our purpose.
It is
Hopefully, we will
sad.
have a. Ah, go on, go on.
No, you can go ahead. Oh, sorry.
The I did not understand this issue with scenarios. I heard that there was a creature, but this is the first time I think that we came closer to this creature.
Oh, see, did we just kill the trees or did we kill scenarios?
No, no, you guys didn't kill it. Scenarios didn't
Okay,
even bother coming here.
good. Okay, good.
It's unfortunate for the loss, but this is war. Is that correct? Yeah. It no doubt still is a terrible feeling, but we have to do what we have to do to protect our home and root out this threat.
Donna will
We
hold up
will,
her hand if she's nearby.
We were
and
talking like in person, but like you can come near them if you want to.
Well,
yeah.
if I can hear them. If not, then she wouldn't.
Was like Najee just being silent?
I mean, he's just talk. I guess he was just kind of talking to this dude personally. Like, I didn't know
Hmm.
how
Yeah,
loud he was being.
he was not being loud as well.
Okay, well then I didn't hear any of it. That's fine. She
What
Go ahead.
what should we do now, Captain?
Um, we need to check on. We need to regroup, check on the men, and then move forward. As far as the dead, which what's the typical like?
They will be carried by like the back people most of the time, like
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I'd like to take them with us. I just didn't know what their
of course.
common thing was. So.
Imagine you hear footsteps.
Mm-hmm. He'll turn and he'll just.
You see, like his chest is like pierced with a crossbow. In ambush by Tulane.
Wait, I'm
Oh.
supposed to have a minus to this. I have a surprise attack bonus.
What is a surprise attack bonus?
It's on her her animal feature.
Okay, roll me your perception awareness.
I'm trying to find the write-up real quick so I can actually just see. There it is. +2 difficulty on attempt to surprise me.
Roll me perception alertness.
What the hell with that roll, Don? 4 10s and a 9? I just saw that.
That's what I said.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I got quite several successes if keen sight counts.
It does. You see them right before the crossbow is shot. What does she says?
She'll just yell out, "Ambush!"
And like Naja, you hear ambush, and then like he like gets like shot in the chest with a crossbow, and he like falls down with his like pretty armor.
Najee will grab him and then like pull him like into like the group of soldiers, and he'll just say, "All right, guys, they're coming at us again." I feel so stupid yelling. Anyways, he just says, "Defensive positions. They're coming. Assume they're coming at us at all sides." And yeah, and
sandwich left. She's gonna go over to try to give that guy some.
Your sandwich is not that. There was 2 uses of that sandwich.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's used up.
And is there any kind of medical people here at all? Like, no.
There is medical people.
Okay.
The bargain just jumps on like tries to heal this guy, and like there's a Selkie. She's like very beautiful Selkie, like Prince Tree. She tries to heal, like she's a blonde, like it just takes her attention out of nowhere because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. She's beautiful. She like tries to like put her hands, and immediately like the shield's wall happens again. Like these are tough. Like those trees were a joke. Tulane is a big deal, and like they have like armors, and they're like running, and they're like you're at behind of the shield wall, and like you can see like the people are like trying to stab, and like you were caught off guard, so like it take a moment for people to like gather again.
Yeah.
But like you heard screams of your men as well, like because like they just ambush, and the fight is going extremely bloody right now. What is Najee's gonna do?
Well, he's going to try to bolster his men again with flicker flies.
It's already active.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that shit is active all the time. Until it's active for a scene, so.
So how many of them are there on us?
You have no idea.
Okay. Then yeah, he's going to basically continue to give out commands like, I need archers up ready now. Like, I need those with spears, in between, lashing out in between like the shield, like the shields and stuff like that. Like he's just gonna continue to give commands and try to attack once he anytime he can.
From the behind of the shield wall. And Donna, what are you doing?
She is there's nothing flying, is there?
Nope.
Okay. What she's going to do then is she's going to, I don't think she'd be able to shift here because everybody is probably could see her. There's just too much going on. That's fine. She's just going to attempt to whistle Duncan's song. Because they also hate Thelaine, so it maybe it'll be good. And she's going to try to put that wind back up to push them back, to make things harder for them.
Okay. Roll your fate.
I'm spending like 3 dross again?
How much glamour you have?
Well, I have 6 total, and I've spent 3, so I can spend 3 more. Or I can spend my dross.
You need to spend your dross. We are in the dreaming, yes.
Isn't it free?
What's that one?
Isn't casting free?
I think so, actually, right?
Yeah, if we're in the dreaming, it should be free.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless you're using unless you're using arts beyond like what you have.
Okay, Christy, you can spend 3 glamour for your Fae 4, which is needed for Thelaine.
Okay, she'll do that then, which will. Then before I would have spent only like what 2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that would work. I could do that. All right. So then I'll just drop her to 6, and that's fine. So here we go with my big 2 dice. Oh, what is my difficulty? Because it's not. I know it's not as big of a bunk this time because she hasn't had the time. -7. That's a great bunk.
No, I said your difficulty is 7.
I was trying. Okay, that is botch. I think I just.
Please take nightmare.
Yeah, I got my first nightmare die.
2 nightmare dices.
Excellent.
And when you try to do the thing, it doesn't happen, and it goes. It affects like everybody, even them. The wind comes from the side.
She'll turn that off. I think she should still have control over that.
No.
Okay, that's weird.
You botch, said Lee. You don't have a control. The Nage, from the behind of the place you said you wanted to attack. So please roll your attack.
Okay.
It's gonna get like -2 damage because you're attacking from the back. 2 on damage, not on the roll dice.
4 successes.
Okay. 3 -2, and then all the stuff, but not the strength +2 for 6 turns because that is dude is 6 turns is passed.
Oh, okay. So 7. One, 2, 3, 4.
That's quite cool. You do like you stab someone and then like go behind the shield wall, but then you realize like they're trying to come from the sides now.
Mm-hmm.
There's brutish, ugly, and crazy looking. This maniacal Thelaine is like attacking. The man starts to die a bit more as they like do something weird, like they like one of you see one of the archers at the back, like there's wearing like it looks like a long-eared something, like a she, but it looks like very dark.
Mm-hmm.
And it has this like arrow, and like you see it puts the arrow down, and like the arrow slowly comes in. The arrow has like something yellow on it. The arrow hits the shield, and the three guys like near them, they just like goes down back as it hits with something that comes from Arcadia, something like an ire of a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The But at the same time, you hear horses. You hear horses. You try to hold your men, like you get like stabbed with a knife. Donna at the back, you're trying your best with shooting people.
Yep.
You're shooting and shooting and shooting. You are also hearing the horses.
Can I see if I look, or if I twist my head?
You see this guy.
One of our people?
He looks like a she. Behind them, there is the symbols of Gwydion, Eiluned, Fiona, the Barony of Queens, County of New Hope, as they come in.
Then as soon as she sees it, since she's at the back and they were coming from that direction, she'll just yell
Mhm.
out, "Backup is here!" You know, trying to give hope to people.
Najee would just say, "Shape up, man, and put on your best faces. We don't want them to look like we're."
Roll me charisma leadership.
I mean, she thought it was the best idea to announce to everybody. Since
Yeah, like that's a good thing. Najee would have just expound on it. That's all. Like, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
So 5. Yeah, sorry.
Your men is very tired. Like even Donna is very tired.
Of course she is.
The keep fighting is like doesn't help anybody like this, and especially like a shield war battle.
Mm-hmm.
It was right before they arrived. They actually like dismantled the shield wall, and like now it's like 1 versus 1 fights, which they have the upper hand because of the numbers they have.
Mm-hmm.
You like try to hold yourself against this brute, this guy who has an axe, and like they're coming, but like please guys, come on, fucking be fucking faster as he gets cut down by Sir Averick. Like he just like cuts him down with the sword as like the cavalry fucking like smashes this group.
Mm-hmm.
The You also see like the others like the spears, like they come in and they start cutting them down. The she looking dark thing uh like pulls another arrow and like shots. Actually, he tries to like shoot you,
Mm-hmm.
and you see like Sir Averick like tries to defend you with his like shield. As he shots, he like falls down like as the dragon's ire fours massive effect like shots him. He falls down from his horse and hits a tree, and then like he falls on with his armor, but like um, under him you see like a very large troll of House Eliel. He like moo. He says like, "This is Sir Magor. You know about this guy because everybody knows about Sir Magor in Manhattan. He is the most scary guy ever."
Mm-hmm.
And like he continued leading the group to like cutting down this Tulane. And basically what happens is the Tulane starts to run as the cavalry kind of follows them. The day is won.
Yay.
You're wounded, by the way, as like the Selkie comes near you and tries to heal you.
Yeah.
And the Donna is there as well. She is not that wounded.
Yeah, she still has her one, but she's not. She's trying to help with other people because she's better off than a lot.
Why you have one, by the way? It takes
Because
like it heals.
You said because it heals 1 per turn for 3 turns.
No, one per turn for a scene.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, she's fine.
Yeah. Najee at the corner of his eye, I'll make sure that Dona's okay, and then he'll go about, I guess, trying to, do whatever after battle activities, I guess, he would have learned from his training at least.
You are told that you need to gather the names and to carry the dead back, and to protect your front and the back again after it's settled. But
Yeah.
the second the cavalry comes back, the Sir Averick actually, the Sir Averick kind of was healed as well, and you see actually not Sir Averick, Sir Magor comes back with his riders, and this is Sir Magor. Just a second, which everyone will laugh the second they see him because everybody knows who he is. Right here, this is Sir Magor Ep Eliel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, second worst hat ever.
He kind of comes in and he says the
What'd he say?
he says and then he says you gave a big loss. What happened here?
He kind of just looks around, taking it and everything, and the moments or the minutes or the hours, however long they've been fighting, and
it feels like it's been hours, but you don't know.
Yeah. He just says we were heading towards following Sir Everick and his trail, coming this way, and then we were beset by, or Dona alerted us to, and then I also heard the Lord of the Forest, Tenarius, call out, and the trees turned into these monsters that attacked us, and then after we successfully defended ourselves in that threat, the lane took advantage of us trying to regroup, and thus here we are.
You, as he turns towards the one of the the soldiers, and the soldiers shaking, and he says, "Get a two guy and find Alexander and inform what happened here." You go back, carry all the men and all the wounded. He tells us to Najee, which is Squire Eric. You understood, Squire?
Najee just kind of narrows his eyes a little bit, and he just says, "Yes, sir." And he gives, I guess, a small bow. It's just totally out of it's just like a rehearsed one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes and starts coordinating people with him to help him round up the dead and start making arrangements to carry them back.
The 20 people left alive from the 50 that you had.
Mm-hmm.
You carry them back into the first freehold. Sir Averick's half of his face is burned, but he is fine. He takes the command immediately the second after you. He kind of wakes up, and all of you return to the Gagamela, the freehold.
Is this the one her dad's at?
Yes.
She's assuming there's nothing else that she can do. She's going to go try to find her dad.
You find your dad, by the way. This is a crazy war experience you guys just had. Can you guys roll me willpower?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why she's looking for her dad.
Yeah, your dad is there, but just
I should be good. 2 9s.
Good. Difficulty is 9.
Is it what we have permanently, or just what we temporary we have?
The permanent. When I say roll willpower, is always the permanent one. If I say roll temporary, then it's temporary, bro.
My bad.
No, it's fine. Like, not everybody has to know everything.
2.
Okay, you are fine as well, but like your stomach hurts.
Mm-hmm.
All the dead and blood and all that jazz. Your dad is
Yeah.
there. He is holding a crossbow, Donna.
Is he busy doing something else?
No, he's helping the wounded. Because like as much as there's like 20 guys alive, 10 of those people are wounded. There's only like
Yeah.
very few individuals, like yourself, who's like unscratched. Even the Najee is like wounded a bit.
Yeah. She's basically gonna just kind of bolt over to her dad and like hug him from behind.
I was so scared. Are you all right?
The worst I've ever been.
He kind of like hugs her and then like kisses her cheek and like hugs very like
She probably looks like hell because she hasn't like bathed or anything.
yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be all right, Pumpkin. I'm gonna take you home. It's gonna be all right.
it'll be okay. I know. You have a job to do here, and that's fine. I don't know if no, it's okay.
You should rest. You should rest.
I will. Don't worry about me. I just need to make sure everybody else is okay. I just wanted to make sure that I got to see you.
Hey, okay.
I better go see if they need me for anything else.
No. It's all right. It's all right. You should just rest.
And this is probably all in Polish if anybody's around, because
Yeah.
they probably immediately lapsed into their native language.
While you're talking with your dad, this individual kind of comes near Najee,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Squire Najee, Squire Eric, I am Reeve Jesse of Queens. Sorry, my lord, I just want to make sure that you're all right and healed. Please take this. This is this is from your house, sir."
And he'll kind of like straighten up, put on that best sheep posture. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, he doesn't want to look like he's in too much pain. He's probably in less relative pain than a lot of other people. But
In
yeah.
dreaming, your wounds looks like more dramatic than normal.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
It's kind of weird thing about the dreaming.
Okay. So yeah. But yeah, he just I guess takes whatever this thing is.
It's basically a sandwich that heals you after you eat it.
Yeah. He'll look at it and I guess he'll break it in half and eat it and then actually he won't eat it. He'll use it on somebody else.
Are you sure, Lord?
I'm sure. There's nothing that alcohol won't heal.
I understand. I'm really sorry, but um a knight from the Queens wants to talk to you about what happened.
Why are you apologizing about that?
You're wounded, Lord.
I mean,
Actually, he says you're not wounded, Lord.
I'm not wounded?
Dude's a puka.
He's a puka, crow puka.
Oh! Yeah, I'm not. It's totally not okay.
I understand, Lord. I hope you will be fine.
I won't. I'm gonna die later.
Jesus.
He nods.
Puka.
He nods and then he says, "I hope everything will be fine, but I will have to check others, Lord. So
He just says, "Can you do me a favor?
I'm all ears, Lord.
Can you give these to 2 people that need it the most?
Completely, Lord.
The sandwich."
I will."
And who did you say had to talk to me?
Hey, it's the I need to come up with a name.
Okay.
Lord, fill in the name blank. Who's instead?
Mm,
Well, Notch is going to take care of his business there first and foremost before he leaves.
hmm
Especially the people that he was in charge of. He's not leaving until he understands that all of them have arrangements made, whether it's to get healed, blah blah blah,
hmm
all that stuff.
Okay.
He don't care if it causes him any like kind of flack later on.
The Sir Jerdine at Fiona.
Um,
The I will tell that you're dealing with your landlord.
yes, I would appreciate that.
When you deal with your man, like everyone is pretty like low in morale because of that's like that's like the biggest like 30 changelings dying is kind of pretty fucked up.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's completely okay. And like you kind of realize that the this was among the like biggest like casualties, but nobody's saying like, oh, Najee, you fucked up. Like, no. Um, there's a feeling of like sadness because of what happened, but not everybody is from Queens who died. Most of the people who died is actually county guards.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like 20 or 50 men was like county guards.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the people from Queens is safe because they were shooting from the back. Like most of the people, the county guards are like, and like the Pisky. One of the losses that you know is the Pisky. His body is there, and like his um, mother and the father is there. They're very old, and they're like also Piskies both. And they seem to very sad. The mother's cries like fills the room of the freehold. When
Mm,
you like you were around this man, they the Pisky Lord, the Python Pisky hugs you, the mother.
yeah, he'll hug
You,
her back.
you were not expecting that, but they just hug you. Um,
Yeah, he'll hug her back and kind of like whisper like just you know comforting words
mhm.
to her.
After the thing is completed and you made sure everyone is okay, I will come back with like what's gonna happen, but I will also go to Donna.
Hmm.
Donna, what are you doing?
Once once she's checked in with her dad, and she can get him to agree that she needs to that she's going to step away and check on people. She is going to
Mm-hmm.
do just that. She's not she can't heal people or anything, but she can at least try to offer to take messages to friends or family, or like do anything that will make them more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be basically a little gopher girl, kind of running around amongst the wounded.
Okay. And the you're doing that, and everybody's like appreciative because the Queens is like a family place. Um, you were gonna say something? Go on, say it.
No, I mean, the only thing I was going to add is that seeing as how she probably knows that one dude's parents,
Mm-hmm.
she would definitely stop and talk with them as well.
Yeah, they are pretty fucked up and sad, but the way of losing.
Well, she's going to tell them that he was actually talking about them just as we left, and that he very much loved them. That's what she's going to tell them is in Pucanese, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
That he was talking about them just before, like everything went down. Anything that might seem like it would comfort them, and it's true that he was talking about them.
The they smile, but like, and then they cry more. The Najee, you will find yourself in front of a door. And the when you enter, you will see the Autumn She Fiona. Pardon, Arcadian She Fiona. And he nods to you, Squire Najee.
Yeah, he'll bow or kneel. What is his position?
Bow.
Or
He's a knight.
oh, okay. Yeah, he'll bow, and he just says, "Sir."
I would like to have the details of what happened. And if you want to bring someone that is able to tell you all the details, I would appreciate it because I know that not every war leaders know everything, and this was a big thing for us.
If you are allow me to elect somebody to bring, then I would bring in the Puka Teodonia.
I know Donna. I heard about her. She is. Please.
Is he asking me to bring her now, or?
Yeah.
And he'll just get up and go back and look for Donna. And he'll approach her once she has a moment where she looks like she's not like busy or anything like that.
Hey.
I have to. Well, how are you doing?
There are actually a few tears that you can see on her face as well. But I mean, you could tell she's been crying. It's not, like, but she's not hiding it at all. And because it's really hard, OOC, it's really hard to be around crying people and not cry.
Mm-hmm.
So, she just kind of shrugs, and she said, "I'm okay. My dad's okay. And hopefully the rest of Queens will figure out the rest on ours."
I'm glad to hear that. If I could do anything else here for Queens, I'll make sure I do it, whether it's counseling or anything that needs to be done. Whatever it is. But do you mind if I intrude on your well, maybe patience or your time?
Oh, I'm not a doctor.
Actually, I have to actually speak to Knight regarding what happened, and I need somebody to back up my story. At least back up my reports.
Yeah, she kind of cocks an eyebrow at him, and she's like, "You mean they don't trust you?"
It's not that they don't trust me, it's just that in times of war, there's a lot going on, there's details I might miss, and having more than one person corroborate a story is better.
She just nods. It's not really the time or place to make jokes out of this, even though she wants to.
I'm also a squire, so they might, politically wise, they might try to pin some of this on me.
So, wait. So you keep going with the best things, because now you're making me worried for myself. I'm not even a squire.
If anything, you're the most protected because you're outside of the nobility.
Gotta love Puka, man. Their own brand of truthfulness. She just looks at him. She's like, "It's fine. I can talk to whoever."
I'm also illuded, so, I lie, apparently, all the time. And he says that kind of low, considering there might be other people around, but yeah.
It's okay. I'm a Puka. I lie all the time, too. Didn't you know?
Yeah, but we're the worst, apparently.
Are you sure? I've been told recently how annoying I am.
I mean, I'm not trying to say you're specifically annoying. But I can understand that, but imagine being constantly poked compared to stabbed. I'm the stab kind of annoying. That's a bad analogy for all this. Do you mind just helping me talk? At least help back up my words at least to the night. I really just need to get some alcohol.
she's trying not to laugh because she's a combination of sad and laughing at the same time. And she just kind of yeah, sure. Oh, see, was I able to see Detlef anywhere? Is he in this mess, or was he with a different group?
He's a different group. He was not. He was not in the group that's saving you.
Fair enough. Yeah, and so she'll just kind of nod and be like, "It's fine. Let's just do this."
And yeah, he'll come back with Donna after giving her a small, like, pleading hand of thank you. Like,
Arcadianness of this guy is there, and he waits for you guys, and like the emotions for both of you to sit as he also sits.
Yeah, she sits.
I am Sir Jared Dean at Fiona. I look after the lands while the Baron Alexander is not here. I would like to learn the full story of what happened.
She kind of looks to yeah, she looks to Naji, but you know, because she knows that she was the beginning of the story, but she doesn't want to like say something before the she, who's higher rank.
Yeah, he'll immediately like come in like after he's done talking, and he kind of like sits in the chair and kind of like grips at the end of the arms, and he kind of holds his hand out to Donna, and he'll just say, at the beginning of the campaign, well, after we camped for the night, Donna went out to scout, and we came across a Thuoth who introduced himself as Duncan, saying that he and his group, well, people like him, um, also live out in those lands and deal with Tulane as well. We both try to get more information out of him and maybe even come across some kind of relationship where we can work together, so we can maybe bolster our forces and deal with the Tulane threat. But we were incapable of doing so. Needless to say, we weren't able to work with him any further, so we went back to the camp. The next day, we moved out, and I was ordered by Sir Gregor to follow Sir Everick deeper into the lands. What's the official name of these lands again?
No-Kithain-Land.
No-Kithain?
No-Kithain-Land.
Oh,
No-Kithain-Land.
No-Kithain-Lands. Okay. And so we did. That's when I had sent out scouts again with Donna here being basically the head scout. She came and warned us of an oncoming threat, which I soon heard because he yelled about crossing the forest god, which the Tuoth that we met had mentioned.
While you were talking, the door opens.
Mm-hmm.
You see this guy entering the room. Just a second. County. This guy.
Uncle.
He nods at the knight, nods at the squire, nods at his knees, and he goes back behind the knight and says, "Please don't. I'm interrupting. Please continue. This is a bargain."
So Najee will stop, and then pick up once he's allowed to. And so yeah, Dona came back, and we were beset on all sides by trees that were under the command of the forest god. I assume. I can only assume because he basically, I can't really tell what orders he gave, but he gave out some kind of cry, and they attacked. I ordered the men to take up defensive positions and defend ourselves. We used cantrips in the fight to help bolster the men, both myself and Dona here. And after we successfully staved off that threat, we tried to galvanize and regroup. And that's when we were again attacked or ambushed by the lane.
I understand, and I understand the rest. He turns towards the toboggan, the seneschal of the New Hope. The seneschal shakes his head. And then the Fiona Knight looks at the puka.
As she kind of realizes he's looking at her, she just kind of blinks because he hasn't actually said anything or asked a question. It's a little awkward.
Go on.
The main thing I can add to it is, well, as you can see, I am totally the most owlish satyr that you've ever seen. And she kind of, holds out her arms, just kind of smiles a little bit. And it's, it's sort of that sort of really tired smile. So I was flying ahead. Obviously that made me a little bit more adept at seeing what was coming. And I noticed from above that there were a whole bunch of crows. And I thought maybe there was a dead body there, because that's a lot of times what crows will be after. So I got a little closer to see if I could see what it was. Because if it was just an animal, no big deal. If it was another one of those weird fuwa things, that might have been of more interest. And that's when I saw that it was actually with, what was it? What the name is? Cernasius?
Cenarius.
I keep forgetting. I need to write this down. That's when I saw Cenarius, although I didn't know that was him at that moment. And a couple of seconds later, he apparently saw me, even though I was trying not to be seen. And the crows came at me. So I fled. Me versus a whole bunch of crows. I am the biggest owl you can imagine. It just wasn't a good plan.
He seems to be very irritated by the puka's ways of talking, but he doesn't say anything.
Oh, see, she got her point across. That's really all the puka wants. So yeah, that's when I was able to get at least they had a little bit of a head start to know that things were coming. The crows must have stayed back with their master. But he did bring on the trees, and I pretty much think that he covered the rest of the story.
Can you please sign this paper, both of you? He seems to write everything you just said and then says, I, Theodosia Shijik, and I, Squire Eric Anifare Apailunid, do my statement to the County of New Hope regarding the Battle of, the 7th raid which has been done in the 18th of this month, which I forget how to say it, in 2018.
She's gonna look up, and when offered the pen or whatever, she will sign. But while this is happening, she's gonna be like, "What's a fuoth? Is there any chance either of you knows more on it?" Her eyes last for just a split second longer on her uncle, who she thinks might actually answer the question a little bit. Because family, he might answer the question a little bit more likely. And he's a bookish type, so.
The knight says, I sadly don't know that well. I am a new knight. Your uncle nods at Donna. Just gives you a nod of like, we will talk later.
She'll take that. That's fine.
The Sir Eric, please sign the papers. Or Squire Eric, please sign the paper.
Being the lawyer that he is, he's going to ask for the paper himself so you can read it.
Yeah, you read it, and like it's just basically you give your statement to the county about the war that happened because you were the leader, and she is basically someone who is considered a noble, not noble, but like noble blood. So your word is kind of a bit higher than most other stupid commoners. Fucking commoners. Fuck them. So like.
So he writes down fucking commoners down on the paper. I'm just kidding. He signs his name. And after everything seems copacetic with all that, yeah.
He takes the paper and says, "Thank you a lot for cooperation. I'm really sorry for what happened, but if you have any wounds, we will welcome you in this freehold, and until you're healed. Other than that, thank you again, Squire Eric. You have helped Queens in the best way possible. The men speaks about your bravery. The Reeve have given me this, and I am honored to say that in Queens we see everybody as a family. We don't have a lot, but we have our respect and traditions. Therefore, by the power that is granted to me by the Baron Alexander, I name you a friend of Queens. You will be welcomed in our freeholds, and we will sing your song of honor in these dark days. We will sing the song of your bravery and leadership in these dark days. You're welcomed in our feasts. As I said, we don't have a lot, but that's all we can do."
Najee looks a little kind of like, he looks a little crestfallen. Like, a lot of people fucking died. But he kind of like buttons himself back up, and he just says, it has been my honor and my pleasure to serve with the people here of Queens, and I am extremely humbled by the extension or the offer of being considered a friend officially. I will do my best to make sure that that friendship continues, and I will serve and help protect Queens if they were one of my own. I thank you. I thank you all.
Donna, you have taken arms against the enemies of our county, especially our barony. There is no greater reward than coming back to your family But the queens owe you a favor for what you have done. You didn't. Your size and your disadvantages did not stop you from performing in the battlefield. You did not stop yourself, and you knew that we always wanted you to remain behind because of the situation that you have. But you fought with your brothers and sisters of queens, and again, the queens owes you for that. Basically, he talks about Donna's arm. Like she's missing an arm. She still fights in the battle, like in the front. So, and she is fucking short. So,
Oh, I understand. I understood what he was referring to. He was trying to say it in a polite way.
mm-hmm.
And she kind of looks at him for a second because she wasn't even thinking about any of that. You know what I mean? She was just another person there. And she's just like, I thank you for your words and the favor that you offer, but I don't need to be treated any differently than anybody else.
He smiles. You see, Squire, in Queens, you're a family. There are no favors among family. It was my mistake. And you see your uncle smiles at you. Donna.
Finally, somebody's smiling at me. She just kind of looks to him. Yes, uncle?
He just smiles, he doesn't say anything. Smile like you did good.
She just kind of meets his eyes, gives him yet another sort of weary smile, and just kind of stay silent.
Was that comment to him supposed to be kind of like backhanded?
No, it's not backhanded.
Oh, okay.
He basically admitted that he made a mistake about like offering something to Donna because Donna is like Donna doesn't have a one like she is actually missing a hand and she is short, so she may be considered like not fit for army stuff.
She's clearly not physical.
Yeah, she's clearly not a soldier, but she still like took an armor and like defended her people, and that basically took attention. Everyone will know that the beautiful, handsome Sir Averick is half of his face burned for the shot he got. Which, by the way, the Naji, you know that arrow was coming at your side, towards you. Other than that, the Alexander and the Gregor, along with the Megor, returns. They do not find any trace of Cenarius or other Tulane. The Tulane who ran away just disappeared out of nowhere. It is accepted with strange notions that there are other things in the No-Kithain-Land. But that will be the time we end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watch, for watching. See you next time.